Hi guys, how are you? How is everyone? And I hope you're all doing well, and thank you for joining us once again. And we're back with another video. We have another guest who is going to share his story, tujue ametoka wapi, alikujaje kukuja Australia, and challenges zenye alipitia and maisha imempelekaje. Kwa mgeni wetu, karibu.
Yeah, asante sana Fideh. Mimi naitwa Kang'ethe Chege ama brother Kang'ethe Chege vile najulikana. Mimi ni mzaliwa wa Burnt Forest upande wa Eldoret, alafu baadaye tukahama upande wa Nyandarua County, baadaye Thika, ambapo nimeishi kwa miaka kadhaa kabla nikuja Australia.
All right. Kwenye sasa uligrow ukiwa mdogo sana primary school ulienda wapi?
Shule nimesomea nyingi, gawaje kulikuwa na sababu ambayo ilifanya nikaweza kusomea hizo shule zote, lakini nikianza nitasema kwamba nilisomea upande wa Burnt Forest, shule ambayo ilikuwa inaitwa Rurigi. Iko kwa kata moja ambayo inaitwa Orale. So ni upande wa Eldoret, lakini unapotoka Eldoret ukielekea Nakuru sio mbali sana kutoka Eldoret town. So alafu baadaye kisha mwaka wa 1992 tukahama kwa sababu ya zile furugu ambazo zilitokea miaka zile. Tukahamia upande wa Nyandarua nikiwa mdogo, na basi nikaweza kujoin another primary school ambayo iliitwa Mehoti pale Nyandarua County. So yeah, na sasa kisha baadaye nikasoma shule ya upili upande wa Nyahururu, Reshao Boys. Miaka ya pale kitambo kidogo 2000s and 19 something like that. Alafu yeah, ni baadaye nikasoma college Thika, then nikawa bado ninafanya kazi pale Thika.
Nice. Unaweza tuambia ulisomea nini hapo college?
Nikiwa college katika KMTC Thika, nilisoma nursing, nilifanya nursing. Ambayo nilifanya diploma. Na nikamaliza 2016.
Yep.
Then kisha baadaye nikarudi, bado nikiwa nilikuwa bado katika jeshi, nilikuwa nafanya na Kenya Defence Forces.
Wow.
Na nimefanya na Kenya Defence Forces kwa miaka kadhaa. Nimefanya na Kenya Defence Forces for 12 years.
Wow, that's good.
So I've been in the military for 12 years, and I was in the in the college while I was still working as a military officer. So I finished I joined KMTC after serving in the military for some years. So that was 2012. Yeah.
Can you please tell us a little bit about the experience of the military? How was it? Because that's an awesome thing.
Well, as you know, in the military, it's different from any other white collar job. For example, I would say in terms of how we do our training, it's not easy as compared to other other sectors.
Yep.
So it was hard during the training, and then after finishing the training for 6 or 7 months, around there, I was posted to Thika Barracks, where I worked for 12 years. It was okay. The experience was good.
Yep.
Because to start with, I just started as an ordinary serviceman.
Yep.
Before I let alone developed that interest of becoming a medic. I didn't know what at first to do because there are options in medics. You can do laboratory, you can do pharmacy, doctor, nurses. So I had to approach one of my friends who are at this even to this point I call them my mentor, because she guided me through, told me the advantages, disadvantages of each and every aforementioned areas, like the ones I just mentioned. And I decided to do nursing because of some reasons, and that's how I found myself being a nurse in the military.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ndio sasa uamue nataka kumove from Kenya niende Australia. What made you think about relocating?
Well, I would say that since the start of my training as a nurse, I had that thing in mind of relocating from Kenya to coming to either Australia or USA.
Yep.
Reason being, I had people who had made their steps, of leaving the country and relocating to Australia as nurses. Yeah. And also people, not much who relocated from Kenya to US, but I knew at least a few who had done that to Australia. So I had that urge and that interest of coming to Australia and work as a nurse, because that way I would, have, what you call greener pasture.
Yep.
So, because as compared to Kenya, I knew definitely there would be a difference. So therefore, that was what was driving me during that time.
That's beautiful. And how was the preparation? Kutoka sasa make up your mind now, nitaanza the process ya kwenda Australia. Did it take you a long time to gather everything you needed before you left?
Yeah, I would say yes. Na wacha niseme ya kwamba when I was preparing to, the whole process, because it starts from somewhere. So I had the idea that to come to Australia, I had to, the best way to come to Australia was to come as a student.
Yep.
And therefore, I started the process by applying for the school. And when I got my, we call the this letter, offer letter. So when I got the offer letter, the process had just begun. So I applied. I didn't use the agent to apply for me the school, but I did it myself.
Wow.
And after getting the offer letter, that is when I approached the agents. So the pale Westerns na nika approach, nikawambia I'm planning to come and study in Australia.
Yep.
And actually they were surprised because most of the students, they don't apply for themselves. So they told me, have you had a chance to know what happens on the other side of Australia? I told them, yeah, I have friends there who have narrated to me how it is in Australia and how I can become a student in Australia. So therefore, I began the journey there, and actually I ensured that I didn't, the information was not known to my fellow soldiers, because otherwise, as we know, you have to keep your dreams secret. So I kept it secret, and it took me a little bit of some time because before I applied for the studies, I had to do the English test, the IELTS.
Yeah.
So I did twice. Ya kwanza nikahata, sikupata 6.5 yenye ilihitajika, the minimum. And then later on, I tried and got at least a 7.0. So I got the minimum required grade to apply for school. Yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah.
So that period ilikuchukua like how long? 6 months, 2 months, or?
The genesis up to the time, from the genesis up to the time, genesis of the process up to the time nilitoka Kenya, it took me around 7-8 months.
Wow. Kuna mtu alikuwa anakupokea venye ulifika Australia?
Yeah, apparently, luckily I had a friend ambaye tulijuana na yeye pale Western wakati nilipokuwa nafanya my test, the English test.
Yep.
So, and she left 6 months before. So when she came to Australia, we were communicating even then. So, and when I got everything, my visa lady, I had to call them and inform them that now I have got the visa with me, and I'll be coming, such a date. So,
beautiful.
and they had to organize their friends, wakakuja wakiwa wakadhaa na wakanipokea. Yeah, so I knew someone was, I was expecting someone to pick me from the airport.
Venye ulikuwa na picture kwa mind venye Australia iko, is it the same way you ulipata venye ulikuja, the first picture kwao?
I think Australia is beautiful. But having said that, I would say that what I expected, in terms of job-wise, like I thought when I come fast, I'll start working immediately. I'll start getting dollars. And but then when I came to Australia, it was hard. It was not the way I expected, because I tarmacked for the first few weeks.
Yeah.
And then before I got the first job. So it was not the same. What I found at the ground was not what was in my mind before I left Kenya.
But I hope your friends were able to help you out get a job.
Yeah, true. In Australia, there is a lot of documentation before you get on to your feet and start working.
Yeah.
Because you have to do a lot of things, including, first aid, manual handling, name them.
Yeah.
So, and one of my friend helped me to get a job, connected me with a certain guy from France.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy alikuwa na job we call what do you call it? Ya kumove vitu zile nyumba ambazo ni mzee, unapata ya kwamba kuna furnitures, vitu zimeachwa huko, kwa zile nyumba zimekuwa mahame.
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo unaenda, mnapewa kazi, mnaifanya kutoa zile vitu na zinaenda kufanywa kitu kwa waste management department.
Yeah.
Zinaenda zinatupwa, huyu jamaa anakuja kuclear. So ni kama cleaning kind of.
Yeah.
So alikuwa na haya watu, including the the newcomers.
Yeah.
Especially kama hauna job na pale unaenda unafanya ile kazi.
Sure.
Lakini ilikuwa kazi ngumu sana. It was a hard job. Yeah, ilikuwa kazi ngumu sana. It was a challenge. So nilikuwa naona with my nursing profession ninakuja kufanya hii kazi, naona kwamba siku expect hivi kwamba itakuwa hivi. So it was hard. So haikuwa vile nili expect. Yeah.
So was that your first job actually?
That was pretty much my first job. And the second one was almost similar to that one, because I worked in a factory, a plastic factory.
Wow.
So whereby wanatengeneza hizo vitu za plastics, buckets, hizo vitu kama za kupandia maua. So and it was my first time in such a job. Yeah.
I thought wewe ukiwa mjeshi you are ready for anything.
Yeah, I was, but then remember, it was a different sector. I didn't do such, in a factory. I used to work in the military, whereby we were physical, yes, but with my expectation as a nurse, I was expecting that I would get something similar to, in the field, medical field.
All right.
But nikapata sasa ni manual, na ilikuwa sio kasi rahisi, acha nikwambie. Haikuwa kasi rahisi. Ilikuwa kutransfer zitui fertilizers kutoka kwa one store to another.
Wow.
All that. Haikuwa rahisi.
Okay. But was it paying?
The beginning it was not. But yeah, it is not, it can't be compared to what I was getting back in Kenya.
Yeah.
But remember, I had to pay my bills. Na that time wakati nilikuja hapa, nilipokewa na marafiki zangu wakani host for some few months. So before I got onto my feet.
Yeah. Did you get into nursing, or did you have to do any course for you to get into whichever job you are right now? Yeah,
to begin with, after working in that plastic company for some few months.
Yeah.
Then I applied for aged care, aged care work.
Yeah.
That is as an assistant in nursing.
Yeah.
So similar to what I would then become later after finishing my college, my university.
Yeah.
So I started as a assistant in nursing, what we call here in Australia AINs, assistant in nursing. And so now after some time, then I would become a nurse, because I went to uni, Kenyan University. I started my degree in nursing. So after the completion of my course, I had to register with the body here, the registering body. And then after that, I got the job as a nurse.
All right.
So, and currently I'm working as a registered nurse in Western Australia.
That's beautiful. And sorry to take you back, but previously when you were in Kenya, ulikuwa umesoma nursing, and then tena huku ukakuja ukasoma nursing. Haikuonyesha kama unarudi nyuma, ama could you please explain to the person mwenye anaona why you couldn't come straight with your nursing diploma or degree and go straight to the industry huku Australia?
I think the way Australia is set, wanataka kuja kama umefanya course yako nyumbani. If you did, for example, nursing, as I did, well, before you get registered by the practicing body, registering body, kama sasa, for example, hapa tunaita APLA, lazima you go through the education system. And so that you become registered. So I had done diploma back home, and I was now upgrading to a degree. So definitely I had to go to class. And with my diploma, I could not be offered a job before I get registered in the body. So I had to go back to school to register with the APRA, which is a Australian body that governs the medical practitioners.
All right. Right now we're talking about COVID. Between now and when COVID happened, uliafektiwa na kazi yako?
I'll say no, because the first few weeks, because I used to work with the agency before then, I did not have a permanent job. I had a job with agency that would send me to hospitals and aged care facilities. And, and because they thought that having, moving from one facility to another would, increase the chances of us transferring the virus from one place to another. So therefore they tried to reduce the number of agencies, going to the facilities. So they were making sure that their regular staff work for many hours instead of having agencies to come and fill the gap. So therefore, at least at some point, I didn't get a job the way I used to. So at least nikarudi chini kidogo, but then later on, I found myself getting a job, a permanent one in the facility.
All right. Benye ulikuja, is there something that really confused you a lot?
Yeah, kuna vitu nyingi hapa, by the way, different from what I would say they are in Kenya. So, like for example, in terms of transport system. Transport system ya hapa ni tofauti sana na Kenya compared to Kenya, kwamba kitu ni confused kwamba kwanza ni kwa sababu one, hapa sio kama vile Kenya unalipa dere, unamwambia una expect kuna conductor, unamlipa and after ana collect pesa za watu wote. So nilipata ya kwamba ni tofauti na vile nilikuwa na expect. So alafu kuna ile sasa ile story ya ku connect from one point to another. Kuja na kasimu ka Techno. Hapo kasimu kangu kalikuwa kanasimika ovyo ovyo, so kanapoteza, kalikuwa kasimu ka Android phone, unapata kwamba unatumia GPS from one point to another, hata Google Map, that is Google Map, you connect. So wakati nilikuwa narudi kutoka kwa train niende nyumbani, napata places inafanana, siwezi jua nyumbani ni wapi, unaona that kind of thing, Alafu kuna ile sasa kutumia Google Map, unapata ya kwamba simu yangu imezima, kwa sababu ilikuwa inaisha moto haraka sana, network inakataa kushika vizuri. So at one point nilisunguka sana nikitafuta nyumbani ni wapi. So hiyo ni confuse sana.
Ulipotea?
Nilipotea kwa muda karibu 1.5 hours. Siko mbali sana na nyumbani. I was not far from home.
Yeah.
But I could not locate the home. Kwa sababu unapata places zinafanana. Then nikauliza jamaa mmoja mzungu, nikamuuliza my street ya kwetu. Huyo jamaa alikuwa anaishi tu karibu na hapo, lakini hajui hata mwenyewe ni Australian, lakini hajui hata yeye mwenyewe haelewi mahali, yani hajui hizo streets.
Yeah.
So ikawa shida sana, but finally luckily enough niliposunguka alafu nikafananisha hiyo place na nyumbani. So I found myself
that was lucky. Na challenge nyingine ushaipatana nayo huku Australia?
Remember the road that will lead